All right, guys, welcome to our One Tribe team meeting for August the 15th. We are so excited to have a guest speaker. We've been chatting for a while about trying to bring you guys some different faces on these Tuesday nights, because I know you get tired of seeing us and hearing us talk. And I don't know about you guys, but if you have never listened to Anna talk, every time she does, I get energized and inspired and ready to take on the world afterwards. So I am so excited to let some of you guys hear her for the first time, and for me to hear her again, and just let her share the goods with us tonight. So Anna, whenever you are ready, you can let it roll, girl.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kristen. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here. It is an honor, seriously, to be asked to do a guest call for this amazing team. And so the topic that I'm going to present tonight is about finding your lifers. So finding your dream team, your dream coaches, your dream challengers, and then attracting them into your life and business. So this is going to be a workshop style call because I personally am addicted to learning information, and sometimes I call it procrasta studying, where you can just watch all the webinars and learn all the things, but you never actually do anything with it. So I'm going to force you guys to take action tonight and actually do the work, and it's going to be really, really fun. So feel free as we go to leave any questions in the chat or share your takeaways in the chat, and then I'm going to hopefully leave as much time as possible at the end to take some questions and do some one-on-one coaching with you guys to really help you hone into your target audience, your niche, your dream coach, because this topic is so fun. So a little bit about myself, if you don't know who I am. My name is Anna. I have been a coach in Shred Nation for 3.5 years this month. So I signed up with the 21-Day Fix during the time the 21-Day Fix launched. And anyone else an OG 21-Day Fix or earlier girl? So yeah, it was a completely different business back then, and it was crazy. I kind of hit the ground running with coaching and just knew from the start that this was something I wanted to do with my life. So I kind of took it and ran, and I had a lot of success in my first year of coaching, and I kind of assumed I would always be good at it. But then in my second and third years, I started to get in my head, started to overcomplicate, the self-doubt started to creep in, and I started to really realize what a personal development journey this is when it comes to building a business. And those of you who have been around for a little bit, you're probably starting to realize that you really do have to grow into your goals. They don't just happen. You have to get out of your own way, figure out what holds you back, and really spend time focusing on your bigger picture vision for your business. And this is something that I'm very, very passionate about, is creating an authentic business, because network marketing can get an icky reputation, right? We don't want to be salesy. We don't want to be that person on social media. We want to make sure that we're representing ourselves and our personal brand first and foremost, and then also that we're giving Beachbody a good name so that people want to work with us. And it's really important for me as an introvert and as a very creative person and a big-hearted person that I'm creating a business that feels good to me, that aligns with my values, my strengths, and that I'm creating a team that I'm in love with. And so that's what I'm going to share with you tonight, is pretty much everything I have learned about attraction marketing, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So yes, we are technically a network marketing business, and that's what sets Beachbody apart from, say, a life coaching business. So I'm also a life coach. So when I'm a life coach, it's on me to market myself, to put myself out there and to find clients. But with Beachbody, it's really cool because we have this whole system where we leverage our network, and it's a business of relationships. And at the same time, it can kind of get hard, especially if you're more of an introvert. Let's face it, it's hard to do invitations. I I did not do my invitations today. Like I still avoid it because it's hard. And it takes a lot of emotional energy to put yourself out there and do all those connections. Like if you do not listen to this week's National Wake Up Call, you need to, because Haley's amazing. But let's face it, it takes a lot of emotional energy to put yourself out there day in and day out and to consistently build relationships, invite people, start new conversations. And at the end of the day, I see Beachbody operating, like I see our businesses operating kind of in two spheres. So you have the network marketing, because it is important to go out there and do the invitations and be on the front lines of your business and be proactive. But, or not but, and I guess I should say, there's this other component, which is the attraction marketing. So there's network marketing, and there's the attraction marketing. And the attraction marketing is the control you have over your brand, your message, and the people you are attracting into your business. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you, I mean, I'm assuming some of you guys are Christian or have faith. And if you don't, then just think of like the universe. But I always feel like there's a bigger power out there, whether you want to call it God, whether you want to call it the universe, like we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And our energy we put out there, like the whole, like your vibe attracts your tribe. It's true. It's like scary. And you'll start to go through phases of your business where you'll recognize the times of life where you feel like you're on top of your game. You're attracting this really high caliber of challenger and coach in your business. And the seasons of life where you're struggling, where you're going through something hard, you're either not going to attract the people you want, or you're going to attract people with the same issues as you. And the energy you put out there is going to attract the people that are resonating at that same level of energy. So it's on you to make sure that you're approaching your business with as much positive energy as you can at all times. And maybe if you're having a bad day, like don't post on social media, but like maybe do some behind the scenes work, or do what it takes to raise your vibe. But with attraction marketing, you know, God/the universe is bringing people to you at the same time you are going out there to find them. So remember, it can get easy to get sucked into this mentality that the scarcity mindset of like, there's never enough people, right? It's like, oh, I hit Success Club this month, but I have no one left to talk to. Or we put all the pressure on ourselves to find all of these people and find all of these challengers and coaches, when really we only have to do half the work, and God/the universe is going to do the other half. And there are people out there who are watching you that you don't even know. And so if you're putting out the right messages, they're going to connect with that. So you're putting yourself out there at the same time people are being called into you, and they're going to connect with you. So it's your job to show up and do the work and send the right messages that will attract the people that you actually want in your business. Because I know that we all have people in our business right now that were just kind of like, oh my God, I wish she would just go away. She's such a drain on my energy, right? Like whether that's a crazy challenger or a super clingy coach, or I don't know, but this is all about practice and refining and failing forward and letting your business evolve as you evolve. So that's kind of the background. So I do have some slides tonight. So if you have a notebook handy, grab it. And actually, if you like to type, that might be better because you can type faster and open up just a Word document or a Google Doc or something. I'm just going to check the chat. Yes, we are here to create a business that feels good. And yes, okay. So Charlene, I hate inviting, but there's ways, and I'm going to talk about this too. There's ways to like reframe inviting in your head that makes it feel warm and fuzzy and makes it easier. But yeah, at the end of the day, we can always invite more. And that's the thing. It's like, you might look at me and think that I'm really successful, but I look at, you know, Jess Dukes or Kristen or Lacey, and like, I think it's like, there's always people who you think are like killing it, but there's always someone else that's killing it more, and you don't see the behind the scenes. We all struggle with the same things. So I am going to try and share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my slides? Give me a thumbs up if so. Okay, cool. So I'm calling this webinar Finding Your Lifers and Building Your Dream Team, because there's two components. So we're going to talk about first finding your lifers, and then second, how to actually, move them into your business as either challengers or coaches. So why is this important? And I'm using the word lifer. First of all, I'm going to explain what I mean by lifer. And if you listen to Chalene Johnson's podcast, you know that lifer is a Chalene word. I'm obsessed with her. She's got it going on. And what she means by lifer is someone who is not just your dream challenger or coach, but you are their dream coach, because it goes both ways, right? And they are that person who is going to just join every single challenge that you run. They're going to sign up for any free group that you run. They're just like, oh my gosh, I just want to be your BFF. And I'm just going to be there for every single evolution of your business journey and life. It's like these people who are in it for life with you. And these are the people that we want in our business, because they're going to grow as you grow. And ultimately, they're going to be your family, and they're going to be your coaches and your team that you spend the rest of your life together and raise your kids together with. So why is it important to crack this attraction marketing code and focus on figuring out our lifers and our dream team? So first of all, because when you find your niche, this is all about finding your niche, right? And who is the person that you want to attract, and who is your brand? This is going to set yourself apart from all the other Beachbody coaches. I cannot overemphasize this enough, because as Beachbody coaches, there's like 450,000 of us out there, and it's easy to start thinking that the market is saturated and get this like negative belief that, oh, everyone else is already coaching. No, wrong. Don't believe that. That's your inner critic. The way to set yourself apart, even though we're all using the same programs, we're all drinking the same shake, we're all offering the same services, you will set yourself apart by simply being you. And it's easy to overcomplicate this, but I want you to undercomplicate it to the point of like doubting yourself because it seems too obvious. So we're going to take it to the obvious level of just you showing up. Like, how would it feel if you could just show up every day, be yourself? You don't have to try to change or be someone you're not, or be, more pretty or skinnier, more fit or more compelling, or have like a more intense transformation story. You could just be you. You can just show up, log on to social media, share your heart, connect with some girls that you think are cool, and spend your days like talking about your favorite subjects with your favorite people. You can just show up, be you, and build a thriving business. And that's the only way to build a thriving business, is to be yourself. So also, like I said, your team is your family that you get to choose. So for better or for worse, choose wisely and be intentional with the people that you're inviting onto your team. So don't just take anyone because you're desperate for people, but be a little choosy. Who do you want to share your life with? Who do you want to go on vacation with? Who do you want to rent a house at Summit with? Like, who do you want to raise your kids with? Who are the people like looking down the road 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Because Beachbody is going to be around. Like, this company is going nowhere. It's only going to grow. And so if you're going to be a coach for the rest of your life, who do you want to share your life with? And like I said earlier, attraction marketing, so attracting in your people, it works behind the scenes while you're on the front lines of your business. So it just gives you more power. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, it gives you permission to bless and release the people who are not your lifers, which saves you so much time and emotional energy. So next time you feel like you're picking or pulling teeth and trying to convince someone why they need Shakeology, or why they need a challenge group, or why they should be like, whenever you start to feel like you're convincing someone and you're in like a defensive mode, or you're sending out this energy of desperation, like, you need this, here's why, that's like a huge red flag that this person is not your lifer, and you can just let them go. So like, there's a difference between empowering someone to get out of their own way to say yes if they're making excuses, and letting someone go because you're trying to convince them and they're just not going to see the light. And then finally, when you know who you serve in your business, you're going to be able to speak to them with every single thing you post on social media. And you're going to be like a lighthouse. You know, there's that analogy of a lighthouse doesn't go out into the ocean and like rescue drowning people. A lighthouse stands on the shore, shines a light, and calls people in. So we're going to be lighthouses. So step one, finding your lifers. So first of all, it starts with you. So often we're so focused externally on trying to find people, but really the most powerful thing you can do is work on yourself. Because the more you learn about yourself, the more you're going to learn about your dream coaches and the more you're going to learn about your business. So you can screenshot this if you want. And I'll also give Kristen or Jess the file to these slides. But here are some great journal prompts. So I want you to pull out your Word doc or your notebook right now and just go through these really quickly. So number one, what are up to 10 or as many things as you can think of non-Beachbody things you're interested in right now? So maybe it's your kid, maybe it's your dog, maybe it's Bachelor in Paradise. Maybe it's, traveling or reading books or painting or cooking or going out and dancing or drinking wine with your girlfriends or, just whatever it is. What are some non-Beachbody things you're interested in right now? Brainstorm. And then ask yourself, what's your story right now? What are you going through like this week, today? What's happening in your life right now? We always talk about, our transformation of, 3 years ago, I was 20 pounds overweight and in debt and I was so sad. And then I discovered Beachbody and now my life is great. Don't be generic. Like, don't glamorize the struggle story, but be real. Keep it real with your people. Like, what have you been going through this year? What season of life are you in right now? Are you in the season of starting a family? Are you in the season of just getting started with your coaching business or your fitness journey? Or maybe moving, maybe finding a new job? And going along with that, what is going on in your life right now that you're not telling anyone? And I'm not telling you to just dump your vulnerable secrets if you're going through something right now, but just being aware of the bigger picture and maybe sharing the bigger picture of your journey right now is going to set you free. And what's your personality type? Have you taken the Myers-Briggs? If not, you can go to, I think it's the number 16, 16personalities.com. It's free. It's super fun and pretty accurate, but it'll tell you your personality. So are you introverted? Are you extroverted? Are you outgoing? Are you creative? Or are you more left-brained and logical? Are you sensitive? Are you a social butterfly? Because the more we just own who we are, the more we give ourselves permission to let go of what we're not. And this is important because with Beachbody, it's like we're always kind of comparing ourselves to everyone else, right? There's always the leaderboards, there's always the recognition, and this is kind of the double-edged sword of being part of a team. Is you're sharing this journey with so many other people who are on the same journey but different paths. And so it's easy to look at people like Jess Dukes or, Jamie Innes or Chelsea Pearson and think, oh, I have to be pretty, or I have to be blonde, I have to be bubbly, I have to be outgoing, I have to be sporty, or I have to be a mom, I have to quit my job, and think like I can't be successful unless I'm doing what they do. And that is so wrong. So wrong. Don't ever compare yourself, because your journey is what sets you apart. And that's what's going to attract your lifers to you, because they're not going to resonate with Jess or Chelsea. They're only going to resonate with you. So what are you passionate about right now? Number 6, like seriously, like what are you passionate about? And it could be big things like empowering women to be their best selves, but it could also be things like dyeing your hair purple. Like what are you passionate about? And then finally, this one's a little deeper, but just off the top of your head, what message do you want to send the world? And I want you to take these questions, and during your PD time later this week, I want you to journal deeper with all the questions I ask you today, because the deeper you can go, we're just going to tap into the surface level tonight, but the deeper you can go with all of this stuff, the stronger of a personal brand and a more successful business you're going to create. So the first level of figuring out your lifer is taking a bigger picture. So we're going to talk about what is your bigger picture mission and vision for your business. So your mission is just the bigger picture of what you stand for, what you do, who you help, and how you do it. So ask yourself, like, what do you do? And you can even start with the Beachbody mission, which is to help people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. So that can, if you don't know where to start, you can start with that, but then kind of customize it. So to help people, so what kind of people? Who do you help? Do you help women? Do you help moms? Do you help 20 somethings, college girls, 30 somethings, newlyweds, pregnant women, women going through menopause or retirement, or, who do you help? And then how do you help them? You offer support. You offer tools, resources, accountability. So this is something that is going to take a little bit of thought and a little bit of work to dig into. But another good question to ask yourself is, what do you want to teach? So out of all the other Beachbody coaches who are helping people achieve their goals, what do you want to be known for? Okay, so for example, I'll share mine. So my mission is I help high vibe women create an inspired life and a thriving business through health and fitness. So it's kind of broad, right? It's kind of like big picture, but that's what I'm about. I use the word create because I'm super creative. I use the word inspired life because Inspired Joy is my team. And thriving business because I want to help leaders build their businesses. And I do it using health and fitness as my platform. And I want to work with high vibe women because I want women who want to be better and just want to be at that higher level of energy. So I want you guys to share in the chat if you have anything. Share some of what you're thinking about what your mission is. All right, so Kristen asks, since I was pre-diabetic before Beachbody, that would be my audience. Only if you want it to be your audience. So your story, part of your story and your struggles and stuff, that's who you are. It doesn't have to be who you work with unless you want it to be. Yeah, like Lacey or Kristen or whoever, whatever Lacey, whichever Lacey said that. Yeah, it doesn't define you, but if it's an interest of yours, yes, absolutely. Yeah. So Jesus and being kind to people. Okay, cool. So, and this is great because like Jesus' values were being the light of the world, sharing love, and yeah, and being kind to people. So that's your mission is, being kind to people and following the footsteps of Christ. And so run with that. And this is cool because your mission, your bigger picture mission, like it doesn't even have to be Beachbody related. This is like the mission of your life right now. And Beachbody is just a platform that we have to share our story and to help people and serve. So I think this is Kristen, wants to empower women to know they can be strong, confident, accomplish everything, and still be feminine. A wife, a mom, and a beautiful. You don't have to sacrifice your goals to please others. I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah, Tasha's a teacher and this helps with the daily stress of work. Great. So if you want to work with teachers, you can help teachers, manage their stress and XYZ. Kristen is an earth angel to people fighting cancer. I send mail to them and uplift them daily. This is my thing. A lot of people know about me. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Food addiction was a big part of my past, but I find the more I define myself, the more I attract to the old me. Yes. I want to help people who want to change their lives. Yes. So that's a really good point, you guys, because remember, you are in control and your past does not have to define your future. And this is a really big point that I want to make is you get to choose the people that you want to help. So if you want to help the old you, that's great, but you can also help the current you, or you could even help the future you, and you can help people who are living the life that you want to be living, which is a little harder because it's scarier, but you get to decide who you want to help. And you get to decide the story or the pieces of your story that you want to share. And this is cool because if you want to attract people who are going where you're going, people who are positive and motivated, it forces you to up level yourself. So you might have to raise your own level in order to attract the people that you want to attract, which how cool is that? Yeah, Jill wants to do a devotional free group. Do it, girl. That sounds amazing. I have a coach who used to she called them like virtual retreats. It was like women's retreats. They did a Bible study together. It was like a challenge group with a devotional spin. So easy to do. Yeah, helping people find their inner strength, to believe it's there, help them pull it out and find the courage to believe in themselves. Yeah. Being healthy as a family doesn't have to be hard. Love it. Yeah, it's not selfish to take care of yourselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, young military wife and mom, but yeah, cost is an issue. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this because a big part of finding your lifer, like your lifer is someone who's ready to receive your help. Because we all have big hearts and we want to change the world and we want to help everybody, right? But if someone is not ready to invest in themselves and they're not ready to receive the help that you're offering, they're not your target market. Bless and release them, or even better, plug them into your free group and just like love on them until they're ready, but give your best energy to the people who are willing to match your pace and meet you halfway. Because at the end of the day, like we can't change people. We're coaches. We hold them accountable. People have to motivate themselves. We hold them accountable, but they're the ones that have to do the work. And if they're not ready to pay, they're not ready to invest in themselves, then you can help them break it down and do the math in the face thing and help them save up to buy a challenge pack if they're really serious, or help them become a coach so they can earn back their Shakeology. And if they're willing to do the work, they'll do that, because being a coach is not hard. Earning money with Beachbody is not hard if you just show up and do the work. But if people aren't willing to show up and do the work, they're not your target audience. So yeah. You guys have awesome missions. Yeah. Awesome mission. So I hope this is getting you fired up. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or confused, or like, oh my God, I don't have a mission, I have no freaking clue, like, that's completely normal. This is really deep. This is very high level business stuff, especially if you're a newer coach. And this is going to be something that you uncover along the way of your business. So just keep thinking about it and let it come to you. Just it'll hit you at the random times. Like, you're going to be brushing your teeth and you're going to have a brainwave and be like, oh my God, that's my person. So yeah, keep thinking about all this stuff. Okay, so that's bigger picture mission. And okay, so breaking it down a little more, we're going to talk about your niche. So your niche is a subset of people who have a common pain point or need, and they are seeking a solution. So this is really, really big. Like I was saying, these are people who have an issue. So they might be a new mom, they're feeling stressed out, or someone who's feeling lost, and they recognize their problem. They recognize their pain point, and they are either seeking a solution or they're open to receiving a solution from you. So if, like I said, if you're trying to convince someone, or you feel like you're like talking to someone and they're just like super skeptical and negative Nancy and being like, oh, but Shakeology is so expensive and blah, 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 and I just can't, no, I don't like protein shakes. Like, like, do your job and share your experience. But if you feel like they're starting to drain your energy, you're beating your head against the wall, like, let them go and find the person who is ready. So if you are a student, or if you're a military wife, or someone who lives in an area where your market is a little more strapped for cash, then that might actually not be your best target audience right now. So you might have to move to social media. You might have to figure out where to find the people who are ready to invest in themselves. And I know that's hard. That can be hard, but don't give up. So back to the workshopping. So what is your niche? So thinking about your niche, you're just like subset of people that you want to help, right? Not that you feel like you should help because it's the old you, but the people that you want to help because it makes you feel alive to help them. And it's like you would stay up until midnight helping them, or wake up at 5 a.m. to help them. What is their number one biggest pain point or the problem they're trying to solve? And this is going to be hard. I want you to just brain dump. So think of your person and just start brain dumping. Like, what problems, what issues, what stresses do they have? What are their goals? What are their obstacles? What's holding them back? And just think about what their pain points are. So if you have a bunch of pain points or issues, I want you to kind of look at what you've written down and think about, okay, like, but dig a little deeper. Like, what is the number one? Like, what's keeping them up at night? For example, I was working with one of my coaches today she's a new mom, and she wants to work with new moms who feel guilty for taking care of themselves. It takes time away from the baby, and they struggle with consistency with their workouts and nutrition, and they binge, and they have like all these issues. And I was helping her narrowing it down to like, okay, well, what's like the number one thing that they want to fix? Like, what's kind of like the linchpin that will kind of help make everything better? And it comes down to shifting the mindset that taking care of yourself equals taking care of baby. And that will make them consistent. That will help them with their binging. That will, kind of solve all their problems, that mindset shift. So, like, what's the number one thing? So, for example, another example. So, for me, I want to work with high vibe women, but the specific problem is that my woman is, she's super creative and ambitious, but she needs to lose 5 to 20 pounds to feel really confident in her own skin. And she wants to stop falling off the wagon. So her biggest pain point is this all or nothing mindset. So I help women ditch the all or nothing mindset so they can make health and fitness a lifestyle and not a yo-yo. So that's another example. Okay, and then how can you help them with this pain point? So what do you offer? And this is easy because this is where we get a leveraged Beachbody. You offer 30-minute workouts. You offer a whole foods portion control nutrition plan. You offer a superfood smoothie that tastes amazing. You offer support and accountability and a safe space for them to share their journey. So make a list of all the ways you can help them and make it specific too. Yeah, so challenge groups, so much support. So what are some of your favorite parts of challenge groups? Like, what specifically about this challenge group is so amazing that will help her? Yeah, like, yeah, there's support, but maybe it's the support to remind her to put herself first, or to get her up at 6 a.m. so she can fit in her workout before tackling her corporate job. Like, what is the support giving her? And then finally, that leads into the last question. So yeah, we're offering support, challenge groups, all this great stuff, but what are we really selling? So yeah, we sell challenge packs. That's like what we tangibly sell, but really, like, what do people gain? What are the results they gain? What is the byproduct of working with you and being part of your challenge? Is it confidence? Is it energy? Is it weight loss? Is it healing their hormones? Calming their anxiety, managing their time, being a time management ninja, releasing the mommy guilt? Just brain dump all the byproducts. Yeah, and then feel free to share in the chat. Yeah, a negative free place. Yeah, positive vibes only. Getting energy back, no more naps. That's awesome, because what can they do with their lives now that they have so much energy and they don't have to take a nap? What does that allow them to do? Judge-free zone, tribe of other women on a similar journey. Yep. Yep, that's a huge byproduct. Yeah. Someone's available for them when they feel like no one else is. More time with family. That is huge. Yeah. So this is it. It's like dig deeper. So always dig deeper. And so these byproducts, okay, this is what you are selling. You are selling transformation. You're selling positive energy. And who in this world doesn't want more positive energy, right? So instead of feeling like you're selling challenge packs, I want you to make this mindset shift. And I want you to shift this in the way that you write your call to actions and you write your challenge group posts. I'm so excited for you to try this. So next time you're posting about your challenge group, instead of saying, you get, portion control and superfoods and 30-minute workouts and supportive community, I want you to share. You get a space to share your journey. You get time management skills and more positive energy so you can stop napping and spend more time with your family. You get more support. You get a positive, judgment-free space. You get results. You get confidence, self-love, happiness, positivity, friendship, better relationships. Pick 3 or 4 things that you're your woman or your person is craving, and create your challenge group promotional posts around that, because that's what is going to attract people, and that is what they're going to get. And also think about what they think they need to. This is another kind of sales tactic. It's called sell them on what they want and then give them what they need. So, for example, all women want to lose 5 to 20 pounds, right? Pretty much. And we know that weight loss is kind of a byproduct, right? Weight loss is just a positive side effect, but the real power of a challenge group is the total life transformation. But it's like total life transformation, that sounds like hard work. I just want to lose 5 pounds. So something you can think about is like, okay, what is your girl like? What does she want versus what does she need? And talk about in your post, talk about what she wants. So talk about the weight loss, talk about the energy, talk about the time to spend with her family. And then in the challenge groups, you can say boom, or you can kind of casually mention this deeper stuff, but really focus on what they really want right now and what they're ready to pay $1 million to gain. And if you promote yourself by selling them on what they want, I guarantee you're not going to have cost objections anymore, because instead of selling them Shakeology and another, like, why do I have to pay $130 for a protein shake? Like, that's not even going to be part of the conversation. The conversation is going to be about, you're going to get the support of a community. You're going to get the tools and everything you need every day to put yourself first, lose weight at home in 30 minutes a day. You're going to have so much positive energy. You're going to get my personal coaching. I'm going to check in on you and send you pep talks every week. You're going to have, whatever you want to give people. I mean, don't say that they get unlimited access to you unless you are ready to receive that from them. But figure out what you want to give people, sell them on that. And then they'll say, how do I sign up? And you can be like, oh my gosh, it's so easy. My coaching and this accountability group is actually completely free. All you have to do is invest in the program that we're going to be following. And you get 12 months to our digital library of all of our programs. It comes down to like $12 a month. So the package is on special this month for only $160. And plus you get this amazing all-in-one superfood smoothie that's going to help you curb your cravings, have tons more energy, and it's going to help you ditch the diet cycle. So that, and crush your sugar, or all like your favorite things about Shakeology. And are you ready to sign up? Or, let's do this. And just assume they're going to say yes, because why would they say no? And if they say no, or if they say, oh, well, I'm not ready. Yes. Can I count you in? Yeah. I love that phrase. And if they start saying like, oh, well, and this is after you have the whole conversation about getting to know them and their goals. And, you ask them like, what is your biggest pain point right now? And they'll say like, oh, I just like make all these excuses and can't follow through. And you say like, oh, well, that's not even going to be an issue anymore, because with our accountability group, we're going to all be showing up every single day and I'm going to hold you to it. And then get them to think about like, if you had more energy and didn't have to take naps and could spend more time with your family, like, what would that be like for you? How would that change your life? Like, wouldn't that be amazing? And tap into the emotions, especially if they have kids, tap into the emotions, and they're not going to be able to say no, because then they're not just saying no to the Shakeology. They're saying no to more time with their baby. They're saying no to more energy and a healthier version of themselves. And no one's going to say no to that. So that's just kind of a mindset shift. Okay, that was a huge ramble, but I hope that was helpful. This is just how I approach my business. So, okay, finally, we have our niche. So finally, in the niche, now we're thinking about this actual life, or this actual person, aka ICA, which is an acronym that stands for Ideal Coach Avatar, which is like, I did this whole Shred Nation webinar on this. That's on the Shred Nation YouTube channel. But I just want you to start brainstorming just for like 2 minutes. Okay, who is your dream coach? Like, what type of person is she? What are her biggest values? What's her personality? Because if you have a team of introverts, you don't want like a crazy extrovert party girl coming in. It's going to disrupt the balance. what is she obsessed with? Like for me, I'm finding that like I'm obsessed with The Bachelor, and my favorite memories of Summit and Success Club trips are like me hanging out with my team watching The Bachelor. And if I have coaches who are like, oh, I'm not into reality TV, like they're not really my person. So what is she obsessed with? What is she passionate about? Are they an animal person? Do they have a baby? And I have the Paradise song in my head. And then again, you can screenshot this because I want you guys to spend time working on this and really dig in. And then finally, the last question, this is the key. What, and I say she, I'm sorry, I know there's at least one guy on this call. So if it's a he, sorry to be gender normative, but what are they looking for? Because remember, your true lifer is seeking you, just like you're seeking them. And God or the universe is going to bring you together, but you have to show up halfway and do the work and put your story out there. So, what is she looking for? Freedom. Yeah. All right. So, we have more time with her babies, never missing a milestone, freedom to set her own schedule, freedom to work at home. Yeah. Boom. All right, so keep working on this, you guys. We're going to move on to part 2. So now we have a bigger picture idea of like who you're looking for. So how are you actually going to find them and bring them into your business? It's where the rubber meets the road. Building your team. And I'm going to teach you this super complicated and secret system that is going to change your life and you've never heard of it before. JK. It's the Beachbody system. Attract, connect, invite. Vital behavior, you guys, every single day. Attract, connect, invite. Attract, connect, invite. It's a machine. It works. You have to show up and do the work and constantly be vulnerable. You have to constantly be sharing your truth on social media. So, step 1, attract. How are you going to attract these people? Simple. You guys just did all the work. You're going to actually start sharing what you're passionate about. You're going to stop only posting sweaty selfies and healthy recipes and fitness posts, and you're going to share a smorgasbord of your life on social media. So you're going to share what you're obsessed with. You're going to share how you're working towards what your dreamer lifer is craving. You're going to just breadcrumb pieces of your story every single day, and you're going to talk about the things that she is craving that matter most to her. So it's kind of like showing up and sharing your life, but being intentional with it. So for example, you can go to my Instagram, which is Anna Inspires Joy. And I just finished Shift Shop and I had a great transformation, but like everyone had a great transformation because it's freaking Shift Shop. So this morning I was like, okay, I don't just want to share before and after and be like, I love this boot camp. It was only 21 days and the workouts were great and the whole foods nutrition plan was great. And I love my challenge group. They kept me accountable. You know, that's like the cookie cutter Beachbody post. And I love my body throughout the whole thing. Like, yeah, okay. I was like, okay, so how does Shift Shop tie into my bigger picture story of what I'm going through right now and who I want to help? And I want to help women who are either coming off the birth control pill or who are trying to learn more about how their cycle works so that they can take control of their energy and heal their hormones and just get to know their bodies on a deeper level. So I wrote my post all about how over the last year I gained weight because I went off the birth control pill. and it took me a long time to get my cycle back. But now I got my cycle back and I'm ready to lose weight again. And it's so amazing because it's the first time in my life that I'm able to lose weight from a place of self-love instead of feeling like I need to lose weight to be happy. And so Shift Shop came at the perfect time because it was just the challenge that I needed to challenge my body, break through this rut, break this plateau, and feel like me again for the first time in over a year. And every single woman in my accountability group came from a different story, different goals, and we all saw results and we all feel like the best versions of ourselves right now. So like I'm doing another group at the end of the month if you want to do it with me. But okay, so track by sharing your story and all that stuff. And then step 2, connect. So again, I'm just going to tell you to listen to the National Wake Up Call from this week because that's basically gold. So you're going to post all these juicy posts. And I want you every day to live on the edge of your comfort zone. Like you don't have to rip off the Band-Aid of something vulnerable that you're going through right now. You know, people have to make sure people earn the right to hear your story. But if you have a story that the wound is like scabbed over enough so that if a hater throws some hate at you or some criticism at you, you can brush it off because you're like, oh, no big deal. Like, this is my story. You're not going to hurt me. You know, that's kind of the litmus test of, are you ready to share this story? But I want you to get uncomfortable. I want you to have that, oh shit, I can't believe I'm posting this on the internet. Because that is what is going to connect with people. The juicier you can get and the more emotional and personal you can get, the more traction you're going to get with your posts and the more people are going to start reaching out to you. So once you start posting all these juicy posts, connect with people, thank people, send as many personal messages, direct messages as you can, just thanking people for sending you love and support on your vulnerable post. This is so easy. So you're going to post a transformation that makes you want to shit your pants. And then the next day you're going to tell people, thank you for giving me love because posting that made me want to shit my pants. Boom. And you have like 10, 30, 50 new connections started. It's seriously that easy, you guys. It's a system. It works. And then see where the conversation leads. Maybe it'll lead towards your challenge group. Maybe not. But you're just sending out positive energy. So connect with people. And then finally, invite them. So once you start a conversation, if you feel like you're clicking with them, invite them. Invite them to join your Facebook community, to like your Facebook page, to have a Skype coffee date, to join your challenge group. You know, think about all the things you can invite people to. It's not just challenge groups and coaching opportunity. It's just an invitation to get to know you better as a friend. So, okay, great question. Is it dumb to thank people who just like an Instagram photo but not actually leave a comment? Nope, I do it all the time. Also, if you use Instagram stories, it's so fun because you can see who's watching your stories. So if I post like a workout video on Instagram stories, I'll reach out to all the people who, well, I'll make sure they're not a coach or, you know, make sure that they just look like a normal person. And then I'll send them a message being like, hey girl, I know that you're creeping on my Insta stories. And I'll call them out and just say, thanks for the love. I'm obsessed with this program. Are you working out or are you doing a fitness program right now? And, you know, just be a human person. Yeah. And for people who heart your posts, again, do your research, click on their profile, make sure they're not a coach or not a creeper, and copy paste. You know, I write this in the notes section of my phone. You know, I'll just say like, hey, insert their name. Just wanted to say thanks so much for liking my transformation post. It took a lot of courage to share, but I just want to be able to inspire another person like I've been inspired by you, you know, for following me, whatever. Say something genuine. Copy paste to every single person who liked your photo. And maybe they didn't even realize they liked your photo because they were just scrolling and liking everything. But this is going to force them to click on your profile and stalk you and be like, who is this random girl who's messaging me? Like, I don't even, and it's like, oh, her, she's so inspiring. She reached out to me. That's so sweet. You know, it's like, and if just listen to the National Wake Up Call. It's the best. But yeah, just send messages and then invite them into into your inner tribe. So, okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you for hanging with me. And I just want you to keep working on this stuff. I want you to use your team page and share your mission, share your niche. I want you to reach out to your coach and just kind of brainstorm with them on ways that you can narrow this down so that it's more specific. And remember that this is going to evolve as your business evolves. And so don't overthink it. Just like start where you're at and go from there and have fun and just go out of your comfort zone every day, because you want to find people who are willing to go out of their comfort zone too. Ooh, so we have like a few minutes left. I always like to ramble, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to stop the share. And again, I'll share this PowerPoint so you can have the slides. But I would love to hear if you guys have any questions or if you want to brainstorm, if you're having any problems with your niche.
So I have a quick question. I struggle with premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Basically, my emotions go crazy before my period, and I would love to have that be a main focus with my people. But my concern is, what do I do in those low times that I know I personally struggle with for my people when they're low? Because I don't want it to become like, you know, how all of us, when we end up syncing up together, I would hate for all of us to be like one big sob fest. Like, what are thoughts on that?
Yeah. So I have PMDD too, or I used to. So I like feel your pain, and I would think about like, what's the solution that you're offering, you know, because hormone health, you know, having a healthy and active lifestyle with self-care, you know, that is so crucial to healing your hormones. So you don't just like, having PMDD is part of your story, but it's like, you don't have to only work with women who have PMDD, right? Mm-hmm. You can just work with women who are interested in healing hormones with lifestyle choices, or, you know, self-care so they can take care of themselves. So they don't have to have all these crazy mood swings. Or you can even think about like, what do you do to take care of yourself during the times that you're having a roller coaster? And, you know, maybe just practice that, or teach people what to do to be proactive. Because I know for me personally, if I make sure I'm getting tons of sleep and eating really healthy, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol, minimizing stress, giving myself lots of downtime, taking the pressure off, and getting my workouts in, then like I'm actually PMSing like right now, and I have 0 symptoms. Wow. Like, it's because I've been doing shift shop, and that's part of my story that I'm going to share. So I don't know if this helps at all, but it's just keep it real. Share your story. Okay. Don't worry about all going crazy at the same time, because I mean, at the end of the day, who knows if that would happen, but focus on the positive. So focus on what's helping, what's working for you, how you can help other people get through the same thing. And yeah, at the end of the day, remember that we're not doctors, we're not therapists. We're just here to share our journeys, share what's working for us, and hold other people accountable. So does that help at all?
Totally. Thank you.
Yeah, but no, seriously, I'm so into this cycle stuff right now. And I think if you can even do a group about like hormone or like cycle awareness, and just teaching women how to track so that they know when the crazy is coming, and so they can be proactive and, you know, make sure that they're not scheduling huge meetings then, or, you know, make sure that they're taking care of themselves. Like, I feel like that would be huge.
What was your Instagram again?
Anna Inspires Joy. I'll type it in.
And the counselor in me completely agrees with everything Anna just said. I was going to say, you know, working with children with bipolar and things, or can't diagnose it with the kids, but working with anyone with bipolar and having those like type of cycles, trying to plan as far as you can ahead and track those type of things is super helpful. For me, like, I'm PMSing right now. I know that when I'm PMSing, like this whole week, I just lack energy. This is not the time when I am leading like my clean eating groups and things like that, where I need tons of energy and like being live and, you know, being spunky, because that's just not who I am this week. So planning your business accordingly. And I think the more you share about those things, you're going, if those are the people you want to work with, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like this girl, like I understand what she's going through. So, and just another thing that I wanted to add, I think something that has been helpful for me to keep in mind is that all of this that Anna just went over, this can change, and it's going to change with you. It's crazy. In the last year, I could probably sit down almost monthly, and this looks so different for where I am in my business and where I am in life. Like buying a house, thinking about starting a family, like my whole life in the last year has changed so much. And I have, and I think you have to just and that's where our personal development comes in, being constantly aware of who you are right now and what you're putting out there, and who you're trying to attract. So just, I think, be okay with this changing and evolving over time, because it's going to.
Yeah, that's a great reminder. Yeah, it's constantly changing. And the more clear you can get on your personal values and your personality and the things that don't change, then that's how you can attract the people who share those foundational values, so that all the external, you know, seasons of life stuff, like you guys can go through that together. So, which is so cool, because it's like a lot of coaches have like the mommy teams, and it's like my team has always been like the 20 something team, but we're starting to get into the mommy team, and it's like going to be so cool to watch that evolve. So yeah, those are great tips.
Well, are there any more questions so we can let Anna get off of here? I just want to thank you again for leading this. I have so many notes. Yes, like all of us should have been keeping notes. And I will be going over this again. I screenshotted things. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can message Jess or I, and we can, you know, get a list to Anna at some point, or, you know, whatever you guys want to do, or we can answer them. But thank you again so much for hopping on tonight. We absolutely loved having you and listening to your heart as always.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, and feel free, if any of you guys want to talk more about the cycle and the hormone stuff, let me know, because this is the direction I'm going, and it's like my favorite thing to talk about right now.
Woo!
It's the best and the worst.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys all for hopping on, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic night.